Our speaker for this hour will be Mr. Jerrold Greenwood, and let's give him a hand as he comes.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Y'all heard Coach say I have an hour. Did y'all hear him? I have an hour, and I'm gonna use up every minute of it. Y'all don't mind? I ain't gonna take up an hour. But as I talk, how many of y'all were here? Let me see your hands if you were here last time I spoke. And who can tell me what was, the overall theme? What did I talk about? Anybody? Being extraordinary. Here's what I said. I said you are extraordinary, not just based off of the success that you have, not just based off of your achievements, not just based off of your grades or your accolades. You are successful when the person to your left or to your right that's far behind you, that's not making the grades that you're making, that's not achieving the success or level of success that you're achieving, and you reach back or you reach to your left or to your right and you pull them up. That's being extraordinary. Anybody can make good grades. I ain't hear no woohoos, no hand claps. Why do I have these books up here? Because I talked to you last time about being extraordinary. How many of you have ever heard the phrase, if I knew then come on, somebody help me, what I know now? How many of you have ever said that? Parents, children, faculty, staff. How many of you have ever said, if I knew then what I know now, I would be in a better position? Raise your hand if that's a true statement for your own life. If you knew then, whatever your then is. Now, young people, if you ain't but 16 years old, your then may have been last year. I'm just saying. So what I want to talk to you just for a few more minutes about is remembering this. Take this with you. Your then is somebody's now. Let me say it again. Your then. Every last one of us have said, if I knew then. What is your then? Your thens, young people, may have been, if I knew as a freshman how important English 1 would have been, I would have done better because now I see how that affects my GPA in my now. So what I want you to know is, though you're sitting here, first 9, 10, 12 rows, all A's or whatever, all of you have achieved a lot. But here's what you got to understand. Your now still matters. But it's somebody else coming behind you. It's a little brother, little sister. It's a cousin. It's a freshman. It's a next door neighbor. It's someone that you may have grown up with and they've taken a wrong turn, made one bad decision in their life and they're ready to drop out of school. It may be some young lady who laid down and now she's expecting. Listen, let me tell you something. You still have an opportunity to be the greatest, successful, extraordinary person that you can possibly be if you look around you and say simply this, if I knew then, my then is your now. Right. That's why I'm here. The reason I'm here is because my then is your now. Your parents are here cheering you on. The faculty is here. The school officials are here. The teachers, the custodians, everyone is lending a hand because what they're saying is my then does not have to be your now, but it's up to you. These books here, I'm 46 years old and I'm telling you, it's hard. Married, children, trying to go back to school. Where to go back to school, adults? Where yet? I know a some in here. Oh Lord Jesus, come on, Ray, let me see them hands. Isn't it hard? Trying to manage, look, the schoolwork may be easy, but when you're trying to study, take care of children, go to work, come home, make sure you're straight, and still have to take an exam either online or go to the classroom, that's tough. But why am I standing here? Not to brag about me, but the reason I'm standing here is because what I want you to know is you don't have to go through that. You don't have to wait till you're 46 years old and realize, man, I need to go back to school. You don't have to wait until you're 30 years old to realize, man, I need to get my life together. You can take advantage of it now. So every time mama, daddy, grandma, granddaddy, next door neighbor, aunt, uncle, pastor, whoever tells you to stop what you're doing and get your lesson, what they're trying to tell you is you have to change your destiny, and your destiny can only change if you listen to me tell you about my then. Because my then is your now. Not y'all. Yeah. I ain't never sat up here. Now, I got into trouble, and because of my skill, because of the accolades, because of the attention, the good attention that I brought to the school, I was in ROTC too. I was the highest ranking person in ROTC. I was the battalion commander. I brought a lot of good things to the school, and here's what I did. I neglected my academics because I was living off of skill. Skill can only take you so far. Can you say that with me? Say, skill can only take you so far. It wasn't until one night, probably about 11 o'clock at night, my mother was sitting there with me, going through our regular routine, her checking my homework, me being lackadaisical as I always was. But something was different. I looked over at my mother, and she was sitting there, elbow on the table. She was asleep. Here this woman, working 2 jobs, going to school at night. And the little bit of energy she had was she could have been in the bed, resting up for another long day. She said, I gotta help my son make it. I never made less than a B any day after that. Wasn't because of me. It's because my mother was extraordinary. And she was determined that her being a single parent, raising 3 boys on the south side of Chicago, South Side! Y'all know I got to always do that. She said, I will make sure that my then and their then would be totally different than my now. But she received her master's degree, went back to school. Took her probably 15 years to get a bachelor's. Continued on, got a master's. Ended up getting a master's degree at 50 years old. Started her own business. Raised 3 boys on the south side of Chicago. All of us college educated. All of us are successful. All of us are employed or have our own business. Why am I telling you this? It's because your parents, the teachers, the faculty, I don't care if it's just a custodian, if it's just a person that works in the cafeteria, everyone is here to make sure that when they look at you, they can put a smile on their face and say, I contributed to that. But guess what? You had that same responsibility. Here's what I want to do. If you were not here, if you were not on the honor roll, last time I was here, stand up. Yeah, don't be ashamed. Stand up. I gave everyone else a challenge. Now, if you are standing because of a student in this room pushed you and made sure that you would be here this time, raise your hand. Come on, raise your hand. If a student stayed on you, helped you, raise your hand. So, I ain't gonna ask you for no offering. Now, I need everyone to look around the room. Y'all give them a hand clap. And not just them. Y'all can be seated. But students, that's it. If you want your school to be great, if you want your life to be great, if you want your community to be great, if you want your neighborhood, if you want your city, anything to be great, it starts with you saying, I'm not going to try to achieve something by myself and on my own. But guess what? As you go up, bring somebody up with you. You may make straight A's, and I may have to call on you to help me study. I'm just saying. Y'all got it? Be successful, be great. Remember this, ordinary people will believe in you once you make it. Extraordinary people will help you make it because they believe in you. Thank you.